Good evening and welcome to the Shakopee City Council meeting for November 16, 2022. If staff could please begin taking roll.
Councilmember Brennan?
Here.
Councilmember Lehman? Here. Councilmember Whiting? Here. Councilmember Contreras?
Here.
Mayor Mars is absent tonight.
Thank you. If we could all please stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We'll move right along to number 3, approval of the agenda. Mr. Reynolds, do we have any changes or additions tonight?
No, ma'am, we do not.
Thank you. Mr. Lehman, Councilor Lehman.
Acting Mayor, I guess, I would like to make a motion to approve the agenda.
Thank
I
you.
can second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Not in favor? Motion passes 5-0.
That's
4-0, sorry. 4-0. Used to the 5. Number 4, to what we come, our general business. Administration is 4A1 Canvas 2022 municipal elections. We have in front of us, we're being asked to accept the election results and direct our city clerk to certify the results and submit to the county auditor.
Good evening,
Yes.
council members. Tonight, I have before you the summary or the abstract from the general election that was held on November 8th. I'm going to just run through just so that we have a record on that anybody that's watching tonight will hear the totals of the turnout of our general election on November 8th. Instead of them having to read what I've attached, I did attach the reports to the memo today when I received them from the county, but sometimes they might not understand. You know, they look at the reports and might be a little confused. So I'm going to just run through the abstract report, give them an understanding of what happened with the general. So as of 7 a.m. on November 8th, the city of Shakopee has 25,506 registered voters. However, during that day, 921 new voters registered, which is awesome. And so on this report, it says that there were 3,968 people that voted that were military, so they voted by absentee. That's what that means. But only about 16,528 people of those registered voters voted. Okay, and that's absentee and in person, so on election day. So based on those numbers, Mr. Mars received 7,118 votes, and Mr. Lehman received 7,320 for mayor, and there were 62 write-ins. For council members, we had 6 people running for council. I just wanted to count, my brain is still election overload, so I don't want to mess up. Ziad Abdi received 2,145 votes. Nathan Dahl received 3,307 votes. Angelica Contreras received 5,907 votes. Jim Delaney received 6,024 votes. Ian Osborne received 2,211 votes. And Ashley, I always mess up her last name, Sepulvado. I know I messed that up. Ashley, forgive me, 4,610 votes, and there were 119 write-in votes. On the next page of the abstract, they break it down by precinct, how many are registered in each precinct at 7 a.m., how many voted on election day, and then the total persons voting for each precinct. That's a combination of voting on election day and then absentee. So it's a combination. And then they break it out by each precinct for each race, both for mayor and for council member. So after viewing all of those, basically the action that we have is before you is if there are no questions for me, you basically make an action, or you would basically accept this abstract, make a motion to accept the abstract, and it would be, we keep this report permanently in our records. So if you have any questions about the election and what things happened, please feel free to ask. I'll answer as much as I can. We did have, we have 2 new precincts this year because of redistricting, and we had a lot of changes, and so I'm open for any questions you may have about the election.
Thank you. Thank you, City Clerk. Councilor Whiting?
Thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't catch the number of military voters.
We had 3,968 regular military overseas absentee ballots and mail ballots.
Wow, that's a lot. I didn't realize there was that many. Wow.
Councilors, any other discussion? Questions? Discussion? Discussion? All right.
Madam Mayor, since I'm the only one that wasn't up for election this cycle, so I'll make the motion to accept the 2022 municipal election results and direct the city clerk to certify the election results to the county auditor.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. If we have any further discussion, sir?
Mr. Chairwoman, I'd just like to say thank you and appreciation from the community to the election staff and the poll workers and all the officers that work that. I did get a couple of comments. One was from a elderly disabled couple that help each other as a couple into the actual ballot box, filling out their ballot. Their suggestion was have one in each precinct that was wide enough for the 2 people. And there was another comment that I received similar. So I just wanted to forward that, but I think
Yes.
I think most people don't know what goes on behind the scenes by the election staff.
Yeah.
It's quite the undertaking, and there's probably not enough appreciation that goes along with that effort. And I just wanted to say it's appreciated, because I know how much is involved. So
Thank you.
thank you
Thank
to
you.
you and your staff and all the volunteer or workers and poll workers and officials and stuff.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Councilor Lehman. Anybody else want to add? Otherwise, we have, I too would just say thank you. Thank you for all your hard work. With the motion and a second, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes 4-0. That brings us to, do we need to sign before we go, or are
I'll
we
do that
done?
after.
Okay. Number 5, adjournment. Like to make, yep.
I'll make a motion to adjourn to Tuesday, December 6th at 7 p.m.
Second.
With a motion and a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0. Thank you. Good night.